Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, I just got something, and I thought I'd talk about it. Howdy. Take a look at this. What you're looking at are not firearms. These are starter pistols. Both shoot blanks. They're for starting a race, for instance. And this one was the one I was just given. And it's marked on it, Recodes, I have no idea. And it says starter pistol on it. And then it says made in Germany. And it's made out of extremely cheap pot metal, plastic down here. And it does work. It's single action, but it does work. And it shoots these. These are these little tiny caps that I got a few of here. And this one is marked PlatzPatronen, which means starter pistol in German. This is a German-made, German-used 1930s vintage starter pistol. And it's finely machined. It's a 6-shot cylinder revolver. It shoots, this one shoots a 5mm thing. This one shoots a 6mm thing. And this one is double action. It has this monster trigger on it that when you click it like that, that does it. Or you can, if you've got the strength, you can pull it through. This one is exactly like the kind used in the 1936 Olympics when Jesse Owens won. This is what started the race, this kind of pistol. And it's just an example of fine German manufacture before World War II. And it's just remarkably well made. This one is also German made, probably from the 1950s or 60s, and is as cheap as it can be. The design, the material, everything. It's just, well, it just screams cheap. My cousin gave it to me. He got it from somebody else who didn't want it either. And these that you're seeing in front of you are examples of blanks. These are a particular make of 38 blanks here. And these are some other 38 blanks. These are, gosh, if I can even figure out what they are, blanks. I do have some rounds for this, but I can't find them at the moment. I don't shoot it much. And then these are the kind of shells you use for a shell-fired hammer that hammers nails into concrete. But anyway, various kinds of blanks used for starter pistols, among other things. And what you don't ever want to have is a real cartridge getting into your collection of starter rounds. And I don't know how that got in here. I'll put it somewhere else. But anyway, these two really speak to me of the collapse of the German industrial heart, at least as seen from the 1930s through the 1960s, when a war takes over and destroys your economy and your manufacturing abilities. Also, the guys who did this kind of thing were probably dead by then, and they just got some cheap labor to put this one together. You know, and they needed to sell something to these bourgeois Americans who needed something to start their races. It works pretty well. I mean, it makes a real loud noise. It's got this, I guess you'd call it well, it's not exactly a flash hider. It's more of a resonator for the shell. This one doesn't need it. It's just a well-built pistol, and by the looks of things, if you could, I mean, it gate loads like this, and you know, just turn your cylinder and fill it up, and then shut the gate and fire. And it's just, this one is just a beauty to look at and kind of nice to hold. I got it. The fellow who sold it to me at a gun show was also selling some old 32 rimfire revolver. And the rounds. I wanted the rounds, and I bought the revolver just to get the ammunition it came with. But this was also on his table, and he wanted to just get rid of it for cheap. And so I paid him because I just thought it looked remarkably beautiful. And I like beautiful things. Anyway, that's what I got to say. Happy trails.